this video is to show you how to mount the iBall mount on your desk. It's a permanently mounted ball mount that you can put right on your desktop. Now, most of the time I just use a RhinoMount right here, which would allow me to do a suction cup down and then mount my iPole or whatever I wanted on there. But the problem is, if your desk is not smooth, the suction cup doesn't work. So you might need to make a permanent mount on the bottom. It's very simple to do. In this case, I've actually put an iBall mount right here on the back of my desk into the pipe that I have here, and it allows me to mount my light on there, and that allows me for my Skype call to position the light wherever I want very easily. Now let me show you how to mount this on your desk permanently. So when you get your iBall mount, you get the iBall mount and the hanger bolt, which has a 1/4-20 thread on one side and a wood screw on the other side in a small little bag. Now let me show you how to mount it. So when you have the iBall mount loose and this knob's not tight, and you go ahead and thread the hanger bolt into the bottom, the 1/4-20 side, you thread it all the way up in there, it actually locks against the ball mount and then it won't move. So you want to make sure that when you actually do attach it, that this is out just a little bit, not all the way up in there. I'll take this off real quick, and you can see it wants to thread up that far, but if you put it up that far, you'll hit the ball. The next step is to drill a 3/16 pilot hole for the wood screw. Very simple. Find out where you want to mount it. I'm going to put it about right there. I'm going to go ahead and start drilling down. So you have two choices on how you're going to get this in there. It's a little tricky. You can take 2 1/4-inch nuts and jam them against each other. You put one on about that far and the other one on about that far like this, and then you take one nut and you tighten it against the others. Okay? Now, when you go ahead and put this in, you put your wrench on there like this, and when you tighten it in, they're tightened against each other, and you can begin to tighten that in just like this. You'll see what happens here. But this is the slow way, and this is not the way that I prefer to do it. You see how that works just like that? I'm going to show you a faster way. So what you want to do is, remember, thread it in so about half of the threads are exposed. Now I'm going to show you the get her done way of getting this done. You simply take your standard drill, your cordless drill, and chuck it up in there so about half the threads are showing, because that's about where you want to go to. Then you lock it up tight, just like that. Come over here, put it into your wood. So reverse the drill, hold on to the chuck, take it off, and now you've got your stud exposed at approximately the right height. You'll know immediately, because when you thread this on, when you take it all the way down, if this tightens up before you tighten up your knob here, you know that the stud is sticking up too far. So there's where I want it, right there like that, and everything works great, and I can tighten this all up here, and my ball joint should be perfect when I tighten this up. There we go. So that's all secure, and it's all good. Now let's mount our iPole. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is mount my iPole with the 1/4-20 mount onto the iBall mount, which is very simple. Just spin that on like that. Bring the cinch nut up against it. Make sure that the iBall mount has the maximum flexibility, or the groove going to the front, so I can really tilt this a long way. Get it at about the angle that I want. Tighten this up snugly. Extend my iPole out, so now I can do a video conference call, a Skype call. Just put my iPhone in like that, and now people can talk to me. I can flip my camera around if I want. I'll flip the camera around. So there it is, looking right at me. So I can talk to people right here while I'm working, or if I want to do a video inspection, it's really cool. I just flip the camera around again, this time facing the camera down towards my desk, right? And I have hands free to explain to someone the details of something I want to show them, and the camera's perfectly steady because I've got the iPole mounted on the iBall mount on my desk securely. It's a great product. You're going to love it.